first, and then we come out with vocal lines and and lyrics. But there was a different approach on the idea we had of the sound we wanted to have, in the way that it's been spontaneous, but we were totally sure that we wanted to have a combustion of the European sound, so really melodic, really passionate, and the American one that is more a punch in your face. We wanted something in between the two, because we like part of the European sound and part of the American sound. So the difference definitely from Karma Code, you know, compared to Common Lies, is that Karma Code can be considered like the missing link in between America and Europe, because a lot of American bands have no idea what's going on in Europe. And same for European band to looking at the American scene. So it's cool for us that we had the chance to, you know, to see both sides and creating this.
Is it more difficult when you have two vocalists to, whenever it comes to writing lyrics or lines?
Easier in a way.
It's easier.
Yes, it's easier because we're basically free to do whatever we want. I mean, we have two different voices that are complementing each other in an awesome way, and we're absolutely free to do whatever we want, from the aggressive parts to the melodic ones, and we're not like big attention freaks, so we're just working for the songs. We focus on the songs, and if it sounds good, we keep it, doesn't matter.
So do you usually try out different lines and decide from there who to do it?
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter who writes the line. I can write a part that she's gonna arrange and sings differently, or she can write a part that I'm gonna do more powerfully but sing the part that she has brought. It doesn't have to be either of these. You have over 50-50 every time. It has to be the best for the music, for the songs. It's something I think we are learning to develop album after album. It's not so easy to find the perfect balance from the beginning. But I think we're doing better and better every time with that. So we're happy because we can use a lot of different ranges, high, low vocals, like powerful, melodics, atmospherical, all kind of
teamwork.
Have you ever switched the lines up in concert or anything like that?
Not during concerts, because to us it's really important, of course, to give a proper interpretation of the songs. I mean, to play them very well, to sing them very well. And we like to keep the energy for other stuff in between the songs, like interact with the crowd. But we like very much when people come to us after the show and they say that we sound like the CD, because we play so good. I mean, it's a great compliment for us, because I hate when I go to see a concert and something's completely different. It's just like that.
Especially when it's bad. I mean, when it's different, but it's still good. It's okay. But if it's different, then it's bad.
So, what was the inspiration with one of your earlier songs, Heaven's a Lie?
It was not a song talking about religion, as a lot of people seem to think. I mean, the title is really strong, and the meaning of the song is strong as well, because talks about the fact that you have to be free of having your own ideas, and you don't have to believe in what people tries to push you or in your mind. But it's not a religious song at all.
I mean, you can apply it to religion if you want
to.
But it doesn't have to be only on religion. It can be about political, it can be about your family life, about your business, you can apply to a lot of different things. It doesn't have to be strictly connected with it says in the chorus, it says, set me free, your heaven's a lie. That means your heaven. That can be whatever you try to convince me of,
convince me about.
Doesn't have to be literally the heaven, you know, of the Bible. But if you want, you can also do it for that. I mean, it's good also for that.
Do you come across people misinterpreting your music a lot?
Not a lot, But I think that it's a problem of every band, because I mean it really depends on how you're looking at the lyrics, because you can always misinterpret something. If you really want to.
But what I don't like is when bands, they try to say something and then they hide, you know, that first they throw the rock, they try to convince you of one thing, they try to look super evil or very satanic, very bad.
Then no, I didn't say that, I didn't mean that.
I mean, if you take a strong position, you should stick on your position. I think either it's political or religions, or you need to be true to what you say. I think if you write certain lyrics, you should also believe in what you write.
You have to take your responsibilities.
And I see many times bands like talking about Satanism, just using that because it's a cool image for the fans, you know. But then they're not behind it, and sometimes people misunderstand that, and they do stupid things because of that. So you have to be careful, because you have also a responsibility when you write something. You know, I mean, of course you have to have intelligent people that read the lyrics and not just invent things. But it can be dangerous if you don't back back up with your real life, you know, with your real beliefs. I think.
Whose idea was it to cover Depeche Mode on the new CD?
We had a bunch of songs we wanted to cover, and Enjoy the Silence was one of them. We just found out that practicing in the practice room, trying the song, it was fitting perfectly with our style. It was not meant to be a single. It was just like meant to be a song that everybody could sing during the concerts, especially in Europe, because Depeche Mode are huge. And we knew that it was not the most original song to cover, but we simply wanted a song that everybody could sing.
Yeah, and we tried different stuff. We tried like A Question of Time from Depeche Mode. We tried Black Hole Sun from Soundgarden, like different songs. But Enjoy the Silence, when Marco came in with the keyboards for the arrangement, and he was already in the practice room, it was already sounding very good. Like you say, oh, this reminds a lot of the original, but it has a very personal atmosphere. It brings even a darker atmosphere to the original. So it was easy to choose it, because it was like, wow, who cares if it's a famous song? It sounds good, and that's the main thing. And in the end, we had also the approbation from Depeche Mode themselves. Like the guy who mixed the album let them listen to the song, the version, because he also mixed some of their old album. And he say, oh, check this out, I'm working with this Italian band, they're doing the cover. And they give us the approbation, and we did a video for it without paying any royalties.
Wow.
I really like the song.
That seems kind of rare, getting away from
Yeah, exactly. We're meant to meet them in one of the summer festivals we played in Europe, because sometimes we were playing the same day.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen because they just fly in before the show, they play and they fly away. So it was tough to organize the meeting, but it was meant to happen.
So how hard do you think it is going from Depeche Mode as your last single, the cover rather, the Lacuna Coil version, into music that is actually your own now with the new single? Do you think that's a rough transition in any way, or do you think it's smooth?
No, because as I said before, we didn't decide to cover Enjoy the Silence to appeal to the mainstream. It was just like a song like another. I mean, it's a song that we like. We wanted to give our point of view, but of course we're totally sure about the potential of our songs, the freshness of the sound of our songs. So it's not a problem at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
from Our Truth and Closer, they're really strong.
Our Heaven's a Lie or Swamp in the past, they've been kind of strong single for our kind of band, and without being covered, so we were not afraid. I mean, it was just something like a plus. It was nothing to risk about it, because we already had our own single, so we could have another one.
Something I've really noticed about Karma Code is how well it flows together, and I usually don't find that with music. How hard was it getting into that feel? Whenever you had all the songs laid out, was it very hard choosing which ones were going to go in what order to get that?
No,
not at all.
really.
I think that we have this bunch of songs. We concentrated ourselves on these songs, and it probably the only problem was to put them in the right
slot
in the album.
But I think we have worked quite a lot on every song on this album, compared to the past, where maybe we had like a couple of songs that were unfinished, and we had to finish them in the studio, or we were stuck with some ideas and couldn't really move away. Even with the producer, we couldn't still find the right thing that brings the song to a special level, more than just a good song, This time around, I think we have worked better on each and every song. So maybe that's why the flow is more constant compared to the past.
And who came up with the artwork for the album? That was really intriguing.
It's a company called Asterisk. It was the first time for us that we let a company that makes that that job doing something for us. So we gave them the title, and they came up with some ideas, and we found this idea of a man taking off his face.
Yeah,
very interesting. Especially the packaging is interesting, because you open the first page, there is a hole where the face of the guy is, and you can see through. And the third page have some bandages representing the spirituality.
Basically, we gave them like some demos and some lyrics and titles and stuff, and they came up with the idea. Where in the past we usually had the finished record, the complete thing, and then we just choose some artist and they draw something that could appeal to the title, just not together with the music, but just we need this kind of idea. Then they offer some ideas, and we pick up the one that we like the most. Like, oh, this is catchy, this is nice, and blah, blah. This time has been really on purpose. Like every part of the book, even the pictures inside are a contrast between warm and cold colors, which want to represent the contrast between the karma and the code, like the more technological part and the more spiritual, human side. So it was important to have everything on the same page, you know.
That's
Yeah.
the first thing that caught me before I got the CD. I saw the cover of it, and it's something you keep staring at for a long period of time.
Yeah,
It's definitely something that you love or hate, but
Yeah.
we definitely wanted to have a different cover compared to the past, but something that could mean